Hey, how you doing?
What we got here is a failure to communicate.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
All right, who did this? I'm not mad. I just want to know who did it so I can punish them.
Don't look at me. I think these people are completely nuts.
Oh, welcome to mi casa. That's French for front door.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
It's Hard-Headed Sports with Spinny and Fetty Bus. Famous for their podcasts, you can now catch them right here on The Al Travis Show.
And it's a good day. I'll tell you what, before we get to sports, I'd like to do a quick programming note if you guys don't mind. I got them, Spinny and Fetty Bus, Hard-Headed Sports. Dr. Oz, that Dr. Oz, head of CMS for the U.S., is going to be on the show a half an hour from now. We finally got everything confirmed. He is going to be on the program 1/2 hour from now. Programming note. Now we move on. Spinny. Fetty, I think the world is coming around to us old guys again. I think you can stop laughing at us. The Colts have signed Phillip Rivers to a contract out of retirement. What does that say to you except old people rule? Boss?
Al, you might be next.
I'm thinking I'm going to start getting into shape. You never know who's going to call.
Yeah,
Spinny,
exactly.
How bad has a team got to be to call Phillip Rivers out of retirement at 44 years old?
This is a pretty funny story, right? Because there's multiple practice squad guys like Bailey Zappi and multiple kind of same level guys available that I thought Steichen might go for. Although why he doesn't want to start Richardson, I don't really know. But anyways,
Richardson's still hurt, I believe.
He says he got a knee injury. Yeah,
that makes sense. But Rivers was coaching high school football and running this same system that Steichen runs, and they talk weekly. So it was very interesting that I think is what had a lot to do with it, is Steichen knows he can walk in and run the system right away, and they have regular conversations and are friends. So it's kind of funny little coincidence there.
Buzz, can it happen? And I guess what gets me, they had to pay. I'll tell you, they had to pay Phillips because there's no way. I presume he's got all the money he needs, so it isn't about the money, but if you get called into a game and the entire world, that's all they're going to talk about, a 44-year-old quarterback running the Colts, and you get beat up, you just absolutely get handed it to you, his entire legacy will be that. You have to pay me to put my legacy on the line if you're Phillips. Am I wrong?
I mean, you're not necessarily wrong, but I don't know how much you could really ask for when you haven't played football since 2020 and they're only signing you for a handful of games here, so I don't expect it to be that. All
right, but Buzz,
probably like $1 million.
They could have went out and got a Max Brosmer, right? Never drafted, at least some kid who's got, is still in shape. Spinning my nuts here, I don't put my reputation as on the line just to be a sideshow for a couple of weeks.
Well, number one, I don't think the reputation matters. I think everybody understands, he's 44 and hasn't played in 5 years. I think expectations are pretty darn low. But, I will say the man does have 11 children, so you never know. Maybe there's a little bit of a
and he has grandchildren.
The next generation is moving up, is what you're saying. Yeah, okay, that could be. All right, let's move on to other football stories. Anything work for you? Cleveland is at Chicago. I'm going to see if I can get my Minnesota Vikings into the playoffs. Chicago's a 7.5-point favorite over Cleveland. Does that work for you in Chicago? God, it's going to be miserably cold.
The Bears just keep winning. I just don't. I know they lost to the Packers, but they competed in that game throughout the entire game. I don't know. I still am kind of just shocked. I don't have any faith in the Bears still, but they just continue to win and put good games together. So they'll definitely take care of business against the Browns.
Spinning, you with them on that?
Yeah, although like you said, Al, it is going to be a cold weather game, and the Browns in these defensive battles are a challenging team, so it could be close.
Yeah. All right, then we've got Green Bay at Denver. They've got Green Bay supposed to be winning that by 2.5. Any of these wins by these teams, and we're out, by the way, so I'm already upset. Green Bay takes Denver. Spin?
No, Denver takes Green Bay at Green Bay. Denver's a good team. Legitimately, I kind of have underestimated them most of the year, but they are a legit good team with a great pass rush, and I think they'll disrupt Jordan Love.
All right, Bus, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm taking Denver too. I'm honestly shocked that you said their Packers are a 2.5-point favorite. You said
that's what it says. Green Bay minus
they'd
2.5.
probably be a 5.5-point favorite if they were playing at home. That sounds insane to me. So I'm definitely taking the Broncos. Their defense is incredible, and like Spinny said, I think they're going to get pressure on Jordan Love all game.
All right, this one gets me a little bit, I suppose, because Detroit's just on the downfall. They're in Los Angeles, and they are a 5.5-point favorite. LA is over Detroit at home. Warm game, but Detroit is just falling apart, right?
They obviously still have big play ability, right? I mean, you got Jahmyr Gibbs and Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown. You got guys on your offense, and they're capable of putting up points, but they've had injury after injury on the defensive end, kind of like they did last year, and I don't see them being able to beat the Rams with how good they've been this year.
Spinny, in the same boat?
Yeah, I mean, this might be a hot take, but I think the Rams are the best team in the league, so I am very much picking the Rams at home.
All right, fair enough. And then the one that matters most to me, it's an evening game, so probably no cigars to be had. Minnesota at Dallas. Dallas is a 5.5-point favorite. Is that fair? And I'll go with
it's pretty fair.
Oh, it is. Okay, Bus. Spin, your thoughts? You think 5.5 points is enough?
I think 5.5 is fair. I think this is going to be a fun game. Like we talked about, I think on Tuesday, Dallas is one of the best offenses against one of the best defenses. Mm-hmm. And then the other side of inept versus inept, our offense versus their defense. So it'll be a fun game. And both of these teams are like playing for their playoff lives, right? So I think it's going to be very competitive, very high emotion, and super fun.
All right, let me just ask you, have the mighty fallen? You look at just the North. Minnesota's a 14-game winning team last year, got in. Detroit was even ahead of us, and we're sitting at the bottom of the North with 8 wins for Detroit and falling. Minnesota not looking to win this game. Philadelphia lost last weekend, and so did Kansas City. Kansas City is in third in the West. What's going on? Is the NFL that tight any given week, any given year? Spinny?
I mean, this year it definitely is, and I would say on any given year ratio, usually it's like 4 or 5 teams you actually think could win the Super Bowl, and then everybody else. This year there's a few more, and like you said, Kansas City probably out of the playoffs right now. They have to win out and get some help to make it in, so it's going to be a pretty crazy year. Also, I did want to get a little cocky on the Al Travis show today as well.
Do it.
Because on this show and on the podcast, I predicted this, and I just want to ask Bus who the AFC South division leader is right now. Just curious.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, that'd be Jacksonville. I know the answer to that.
Division leader is.
He can celebrate this now, but we all know Trevor Lawrence about to throw 4 interceptions in the playoffs. It's fine.
My guy T-Law is back, baby.
He'll have a horrendous playoff game like he always does, and Spinny will somehow still defend him and still pick them every year. But no Chiefs. Think about this though: no Chiefs, Ravens, or Bengals potentially in the playoffs.
Or Detroit.
No Pat Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, no Joe Burrow in the playoffs.
Also means a lot for my Super Bowl pick, Josh Allen and the Bills, best quarterback in the playoffs.
We'll talk about all that as we get closer. I got him, Spinny and Fetty Bus. We talk some basketball right after this.
This season, bring the whole family to see Irving Berlin's White Christmas. This smash hit musical based on the classic film returns by popular demand to delight you at Chanhassen dinner theaters. With loads of laughter and a stunning showcase of Irving Berlin songs, White Christmas is a celebration of the romance, friendship, and magic of the holidays. Make your plans today to see White Christmas. Visit chanhassendt.com.
When the stakes are high at the Minnesota Capitol, you need more than a lobbyist. You need a partner. At Momentum Advocacy, we bring nearly 90 years of combined experience in government relations, public affairs, and strategic communications. From nonprofits to national corporations, we help organizations navigate Minnesota's political landscape with integrity, insight, and results. Whether you need legislative champions or headlines, Momentum Advocacy delivers. For more, visit momentum-advocacy.com. Momentum Advocacy, your friends at the Capitol.
amongst friends. The Al Travis Show. Nothing but talk.
I've got him, Spinny and Fetty Bus, on with us today talking some sports. I jumped in early with the programming note that Dr. Oz is coming up here in a few minutes. And I forgot, Bus, to ask how things going up there on top of the hill. Bethany Lutheran Vikings, you guys are 4-time champions, 3 in a row, looking for the quad Pete, I believe they call it. How you guys playing?
We're playing pretty well. We're on a little roll right now. Nice 3 or 4 game win streak. We play Scholastica, up at Scholastica in Duluth this weekend on Saturday. So looking to keep it rolling as we head into Christmas break here.
All right, go get it, my friend. Now let's talk some basketball. I keep saying this, and I want my Timberwolves to do better. I really do. It's a mindset currently. I think Ant thinks he has to get 40, in which case other guys don't get their shots. They're not ready to win ball games. We beat San Antonio, but they didn't have Wemby there. We lose to the Phoenix Suns. Well, the scores from yesterday, I just want to throw these out here, from yesterday. The Suns ended up getting beat by the Thunder. You tell me that isn't the best basketball team anywhere close, by 49. And the Spurs beat the Lakers by, what is that, 15 points, 16 points. The Spurs with Wemby beat the Lakers, a second-place team. The difference between those that are okay and the really good team, Oklahoma City, is massive. Your thoughts, Bus?
Oklahoma City it's unreal how good they are. It's scary how good they are. They have the best point differential in NBA history through 25 games, obviously tied for the best record through 25 games as well. I don't see this slowing down at any minute now. I mean, through 25 games, I believe SGA has sat the quarter for like at least 13 of those games, and he's still averaging over 30 points a game. Now they have J-Dub back. Obviously, their team's actually healthy, minus Isaiah Hartenstein. So they're just going to keep this rolling. And honestly, I'm going to say it. They're going to break the record this year. I really do. I really do think so. I have a hard time believing they're going to lose. They're going to at minimum tie, because I have a hard time believing they'll lose more than 8 more times.
See, but it's a mentality thing, and thank you for that. Spinny, you work the Ole's gals volleyball team. You know how hard it is when your team is doing really well, doing everything Spinny wants, and then they get so far ahead, they just kind of take their foot off the gas. That's Minnesota's problem, right? You should smash all over Phoenix. You should take some of these teams, and then we let them back in because we don't want to crush them. Oklahoma City, they see that all-time record. They are not going to let up. You will not see a game where Oklahoma City is going to let up, because they want, right now they're 24-1. They'd love an 81-1 season. Your thoughts? It's just a mentality thing.
I mean, it is a mentality thing, but it's also a talent thing. Like, we're not as talented as OKC, top to bottom, start to finish, top 5, any of that. So, like, yes, we do have to have our foot on the pedal against teams like Phoenix and stuff like that. But at the same time, right, like, it's not going to be an every night somebody can be fantastic thing for us, right? It's going to be more, up and down than the talent level of OKC's roster.
No, and I get that. Like I say, they're sitting their best guy for the better part of a quarter every game, and he's still getting 30. My point being is it seems to fall on Ant, and we don't have that next guy. I think Randall is getting his 20-25, but from that point on, somebody else has us up every night, and they're not. That's why we lose some of these things. I think the last game we played, it was those two in double figures and no one else. We got to get someplace where this entire team's playing together. And what gets me is OKC's the same team as last year, basically, and we are. But we keep hearing we got to get our footing. We got to get playing as a team together. When does that start? We're a third of the way through the season, Spinning.
Well,
when do you get together? Oh, go ahead, Beth. Go ahead.
Well, just knowing the Timberwolves, it's not going to be till like January or February. That's just how it is every year. Last year, let's not forget how horrendous we were until January, and then we went on a really good run. I just think that's pretty much how the Timberwolves are. They're more of a feel it out and improve as the season goes on. And honestly, that is the case for the majority of the league, right? The majority of the league takes a little bit to get going here. It's only like the Thunder and the Nuggets and maybe another team or two. The Rockets, I would say, that are really already hitting their stride. So
okay,
we'll get there. I'm still feeling pretty confident. When you have a guy like Anthony Edwards, I think I think the record will get better as the season goes on.
You say get there. You're looking at where we're standing now. You think they get back to the Western Conference Final. This team can't be in Oklahoma City. Spinny just said it from top to bottom. They're better than us. We're not going to get through them. Can we get back to the Western Conference if that is our goal?
I think we could maybe get back to the Western Conference Finals. It's hard to say, right? Because I know last year we never thought we were going to make it back again, and we did it. So that's why I'm saying, like, when you have a guy like Anthony Edwards, I think you make the playoffs, so you're going to have a chance in any series. But we are nowhere near the Thunder. It's just plain and simple. No one is anywhere near the Thunder, and they are going to win the title this year. It's kind of like the 2017 Warriors when they had KD. Everyone just kind of knew what was going to happen the whole season. I'm getting those same vibes, and I'd be shocked. It'd take a massive injury to SGA for the Thunder to not win it all.
I will say,
are we literally going? Everybody else is playing to be beat in the Western Conference. That's the goal.
Here's my thing: the 73-9 Warriors almost lost to the Rockets and did lose to the Cavs. So any team is beatable, and things can happen, and crazy stuff happens, but. Obviously, I'm with Bus in a sense of like the overwhelming odds are OKC winning the whole thing.
I do think the Nuggets should chase them a little bit, maybe get frisky and try to. There's a deal out there they can make with Cam Johnson involved, a couple picks, maybe another player. I know I've heard the name Trey Murphy floated out. Like, I think they should chase them and try to make a splashy move like that, get another guy in there next to Murray and Jokic because. When you have Jokic, you definitely have a chance. So I think the Nuggets for sure have a chance. They should chase them.
And
all right, go ahead, Spinny.
Denver almost beat OKC last year. Jokic drove that series to 7 games, and I think Denver's much better now than they were then. So, again, there's always possibilities.
Fair enough. Minnesota is going to be taking on the Golden State Warriors in Golden State tomorrow night. They actually have Golden State winning that game. They're up to 1.5. Is that fair? Minnesota's a better team than Golden State, at least record-wise, or are they just feeling what I'm feeling, that this team just sometimes lets off the gas?
Curry,
go ahead, Buzz.
Curry must also be returning, I think, from injury. That must be factoring into the spread there because he has been out lately, so I think they're assuming he's going to be coming back. I do think the Wolves are going to take that game, though.
Spinning?
Yeah, we're also more inconsistent on the road. So I think that was part of the number as well.
All right. Fair enough, guys. Appreciate you being on. One of you guys got to tell me where we can pick up Hard-Headed Sports and all your great conversation on your podcast.
You can get us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Appreciate you, gentlemen. Get you back in here on Tuesday.
If it's your turn to host a game, Grandpa's Bar